everyone, and welcome back to a long overdue Sims upload. This is Megan, aka Simply Simmer, and today I'm trying something totally new by creating a hyper-realistic sim. Now, if you've watched my videos in the past, I normally do build videos, and I also always stay away from custom content. I don't really know why, but the concept of custom content always scared me, so I just kept away from that side of the internet. But I really wanted to kind of switch things up a little bit, so I went to the Sims resource website and I just decided to go for it. I seriously think I spent about 4 or 5 hours just scrolling through the site and downloading all kinds of custom content. I know that they have a paid version, but since this was my first time downloading from the site, I wanted to make sure that this is something that'll be worth it to me since I'm not really a custom content user. By the way, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, custom content is basically different items and clothing and hairstyles that users create and allow other players to download them into their game. For the most part, it's free, but some creators do have a Patreon account and they do rely on tips and donations for their hard work. And let me just tell you, I'm honestly really shocked at how realistic some of these pieces are. I know we haven't received any confirmation of The Sims 5, but it almost makes me wonder if EA is going to incorporate some of these ideas and concepts into the next game. I don't really know how I'd feel about it, but let me know in the comments if you'd like to see The Sims 5 take on more of a realistic approach, or if you kind of like the cartoony aspects that we currently have in The Sims 4. So okay, more about this specific sim. I didn't really know what I was going to do with her at first, so I started out with just one of the generic sims from Create a Sim, and I removed all of her accessories and hair and makeup and went through one by one on the different details. The first thing that I added was a skin overlay, and I kind of used that as a blank canvas for the rest of her. Like I mentioned earlier, I did kind of just go on a crazy shopping spree on the Sims resource, so I didn't really get a chance to write down any of the CC creators or anything like that because I honestly wasn't even sure I was going to make this into a video or not. So I'm really sorry, but I don't have a CC list for you, but I do know that everything came from the Sims resource site. The eyelashes that I use are actually technically considered glasses, and I really like these because they're 3D, meaning that they actually pop out from her face rather than being kind of like an eyeshadow where they're painted on. As you can see, I did download a few different hairstyles as well, and the one that I ended up going with is kind of pulled back at the top, but there's still a ton of little baby hairs coming down from the forehead. So it kind of breaks up the hairline and makes it look more real than having a perfectly straight line across the forehead. I think that the two details that make her look so realistic are her eyes and her eyebrows. They're just so incredibly detailed and they don't really have that cartoony appearance, and I'm just amazed honestly at how crazy real she looks. So since I'm kind of new to custom content, I don't really know that much about it yet. Like I said, I've kind of feared this realm for a really long time, so if you have any tips or tricks, I'd love to hear about them in the comment section. Since the main thing that I do on my channel is creating houses from different TV shows and movies, I was thinking once I get better at custom content and build up my collection, I could do some famous actors and actresses. I think it'd be pretty cool if I could nail the Create a Sim part as well as I do my builds. So on to her clothes now. I definitely haven't built up a huge selection of clothing yet, but I am super excited to continue looking through all of the different styles that Simmers have created. The clothing that you put on a Sim can seriously define their entire personality. I wasn't sure if I wanted to have her be a cozy homebody or a party girl at first, so I started out with a loose-fitting striped shirt, but I didn't really have too many bottoms that went well with it. I do have a handful of dresses and full outfits, and there were some that looked so cute on her, and it was definitely a tough call on some of these outfits. I ended up giving her a short black lace dress with some spaghetti straps that I think went really well with her hair and her skin tone. I think I do need to add some more shoes to the game since I only downloaded 4 different pairs. I typically wouldn't be into these thigh-high boots, but I do think it works really well with her on this dress. I finalized her with a few accessories like some rings and just did a few last minute touch-ups, but I think she looks super beautiful and realistic. Let me know how you think she looks, and I'm really excited to improve my skills in Create a Sim. So that's a wrap on this sim. Let me know how I did on my first custom content sim, and if you enjoyed it and want to see more sims like her, please leave me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, I really appreciate the support, especially since we're finally past 2,000 subscribers. I'm so excited, and I honestly can't even believe that my channel has grown this much. But thanks again for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye everyone!